It's more bad news regarding former This Morning presenter Holly Willoughby after her friends have revealed she's gotten herself into a bit of a state and there's every chance she won't be coming back to Dancing on Ice. The show's return is just a matter of weeks away. Sunday, January 7th is the launch night, but Holly is yet to make her mind up over whether she will sign up. It has, her friends say, become the biggest quandary of her career, and has left ITV on tenterhooks over who will take Holly's place if the star decides she cannot resume her role alongside Phillip Schofield's replacement, Stephen Mulhern. Television insiders fear a decision to pull out could potentially signal the end of Holly's live broadcasting days. Holly has got herself in a right state about it, says one friend. She absolutely loves ITV, she is loyal to them and they have been extremely loyal to her, but she's just not sure if she can do it. Holly doesn't want to let anyone down. It is literally the toughest decision for her. I mean, what do you do? It starts in a few weeks, she knows that. It's a huge quandary. It's said that Holly has developed a fear of hosting live television after horrific threats were alleged to have been made towards her. When you have that live feed in your ear and the cameras rolling, it's pretty much impossible to think about anything else, or know anything else, says a well-placed source. And with what Holly has been faced with in the past few months, that is a hard commitment to make. She's worried, she's terrified, and it is absolutely awful for her. Her retreat from the limelight extends beyond her TV roles. Holly is said to have put her commitments with Marks & Spencer and L'Oreal on hold because she wants to be at home with her 3 young children. A likely story, in our opinion. It's far more likely that they've dropped her due to no longer being the face of daytime TV. Over at ITV, though, producers are apparently trying to remain calm, despite the ticking clock. With a show like Dancing on Ice, there is very little prep that needs to go into it, an insider said. It is a case of turning up and reading an autocue, but behind the scenes there is a lot to get sorted. Stephen Mulhern, who hosts ITV game shows Catchphrase and Deal or No Deal, is a close friend of Holly and has agreed to step into Schofield's shoes. They don't have a stand-in for Holly waiting in the wings, however, meaning that all hopes are pinned on her. "We love her," said an ITV executive. "She has been through the most torrid of times and we have tried to support her the best we can, though there is very little that can make this better." What won't be far from the front of Holly's mind is that Dancing on Ice was one of her first big presenting jobs, alongside her former bestie, Phillip Schofield. Many television insiders say that if it weren't for Dancing on Ice, and her rapport with Schofield, she might never have been promoted to the helm of This Morning. Then she goes and throws him under the bus, which many have said, ultimately led to his spectacular downfall. Should she have stuck by him as reward for kickstarting her television career, rather than issue the statement about feeling shaken, troubled and let down after being lied to, things may have ended differently. However, those who know Holly suggest that this could make it all the more of an emotional decision for her. They insist that Holly is one of those who hasn't forgotten where she came from, and who has helped her along the way, says an ITV insider. Debatable, in our opinion. They continued, Dancing on Ice was her first big chance. Millions tuned in to watch her. With such a dilemma on her hands, Holly has turned to her extremely loyal support network. Perhaps the most influential is her husband of 16 years, TV producer Dan Baldwin. Dan knows the game, but he also knows just how sensitive a time this is for Holly, says a friend of the star. It's one of those situations where people can give her as much advice as they want, but ultimately it is her decision. Also part of Holly's counsel are her parents Linda and Brian, with whom she is very close. Then there is older sister Kelly, a writer with whom she has collaborated to pen children's books, and who is said to be the one to whom Holly turns in a crisis. But it is apparently Holly's girl gang who have been doing their very best to rally their friend since the kidnap plot threw her life into chaos. Former All Saints singer Nicole Appleton has been at rock, as has Spice Girl Emma Bunton. Christine Lampard and her husband Frank have also been a huge support. While nobody can understand what it actually feels like for Holly right now, there are people within the industry who at least understand the nuts and bolts of contracts and decision making, says a friend. Just what that decision is, ITV will just have to wait and see. Could we see television's former golden girl putting on the glitz and braving the ice once more? Who knows? If there's one thing we've learned while covering the dramatic lives of Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, is expect the unexpected. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.